truth shall set you free.
Well, hail. Looks like the patch is running. Whatever you do when you're in the hangar, don't exceed that little warning hologram. I did so. Fell to my death, of course. Well, it didn't fall to my death, but wasn't quick enough to med pen myself. But anyway, did wake up in the med center, and still had my gear. I mean, I had to refit it, but it was there in inventory. I figured I would try the box looting, format. Go to a distribution center. I grabbed a little bit of rep in Microtech because I like the distribution centers, and just gather up some rifles. Went to the sniper's hide and also went to Sakura and shot up the nine tails that were hanging out by the landing pads. And can only fit so much in a 1 SU. I just wanted to see whether or not I could drag it around, fill it up, take it back, sell the contents, stack the contents. Anyway, short story long, you can't stack. Couldn't stack ammunition, couldn't stack drinks, couldn't stack grenades. If you try to stack them, they will fall on the ground, and you just need to pick them back up and put them back in the box or your inventory. It can be kind of a pain in the butt, but I would recommend that because of crashes and even though this is just the PTO, I would probably suggest that for a while that if you drag a box around to loot, or you drag a box around to maybe you want to relocate and you take some cool armor, some burst and security armor, whatever it is that your favorite guns and accessories. I would recommend you go straight to that locale, land. That is, if landing doesn't gig you too. I had a little bit of fun with landing the A.T.C and the waiting queue. But land and get your box off and get your goodies from your box into your inventory. Because if you have one of those little snafus and the box isn't on the ship, there's a good probability you're going to lose it all. So anyway, it's interesting. I stand by my word that I think they're just trying to slow your progression down so that you're not an instant millionaire and lose interest in the game, and make it a little harder for you to proceed to that million credit mark and get your ships in game. But I don't think it's because they want to sell you, ships with real money. I mean, that is the game ships that you can buy. That's always been a thing. So I don't think they're trying to do that. I think they're just trying to slow the progression down to make the game a little bit more interactive, or give it some longevity for each one of the players that is out and about. I'm just not I'm not thrilled with the size of the icons in inventory right now, but this is PTU, so this is all subject to change. I did notice that when I gathered weapons, grenades, especially weapons, that when I put them into the boxes and then I start to put them into inventories, what I found is that the accessories, they're detached. So far for me they've been detached, so I can put them in separately and carry them and swap and That's been kind of convenient. It's just the size. They're so immense, and the fact that they will not stack, that it's a little encumbersome. Love that word. Happy thoughts. A little chemotherapy will go a long way to screwing up your ability to speak. But anyway, all in all, the game's been pretty cool. Like I said, about the only crazy stuff that I've experienced is, well, I don't consider losing the boxes and winding up in a med gown, unusual. But the A.T.C queues, those are a little weird. Happy thoughts. I showed up at one hangar, and the queue it just wasn't getting anywhere. But there was a hangar that was wide open, so you know what I did? I went inside, tried to land the ship. I figured, what's the worst case scenario? And they give me a warning, I'm in an active flight bay. But that didn't happen. It just kind of vanished. The ship vanished, my body vanished. I was able to look around. I was able to, partially use my Mobi. But yeah, that was interesting. I did get a fine. Ship was impounded, but didn't lose the box that was in it with all the loot. And I was later able to just log out, get back to the main menu, go back in, and then take my goodies over to the cargo center. And everybody seems to have something different that they're showing on the videos. But what I found is that what I didn't find, what I stumbled across, is that in cargo, just when trying to sell my goodies, once I put the box into the elevator and sent it down to the cargo storage, that there was no differentiating inside the specific locations I was trying to sell from. I mean, if I pulled down the menu for the exact location, it was 4 boxes. He didn't give me the storage capacity or what was left or what was inside. What it did is it just simply gave me options of the 1 and 2 SU boxes I had stashed inside the warehouse storage. I was able to find it, and that was okay. The other thing that bothered me is that weapons, grenades, med pens and things, like I said, they don't stack. But when you go into the menu to, let's say you want to select a primary weapon, you get a jumble. They're all on top of each other. And they're not stacked, they're just all on top of each other. They're not in any kind of chronological order. You can't look at them individually. You can't pull them out individually. I mean, there's literally one on top of the other. Just one giant, it's alive kind of thing that's, just a mess of, pixels. You can kind of make out the weapons, yeah, okay, but the whole idea is to be able to select what you want to drag out, what you want to store, what you want to, move around. So, yeah, that was a pain in the ass, and I'm sure that'll be fixed probably in the next patch, update for the PTU. But since this is Friday, my guess is that will be a spell. But all in all, yeah, my impressions of the dumpster fire, I still think it's a dumpster fire, but it's, after yesterday's drop and update, a little bit more manageable. Hey, it's certainly not going to go live anytime. I hope it doesn't go live like this anytime soon. This will not be a pleasant experience. But it's I don't know. It's okay. I'm bleeding money, but the vehicle manager works. That was a nice thing. I was able to apply paints just by going to the vehicle manager. Updated, all that started out like 15 million credits, in PTU. And first thing I did is I bought a bunch of components, basically just to upgrade the ship so I could fly around different locations and grab a little bit of rep and just experiment. And well, the first entrance to the first wave pack was kind of a nightmare. But hey, the vehicle management works just fine. So I don't have all my paint schemes, but what I got is okay. So anyway, you take it for what it's worth. It is a game, it is an alpha, and this is a PTU. So blaze your own trail, and good luck. Cheers.